Alright, so this is the last vlog of the semester for this class project. This week there wasn't that much to talk about because we only had really one class. The other one we were going over just, final stuff. And, um, you had the thing where we were talking about our basically just what we liked in the class. And anyway, for the place on Earth thing, to talk about a little bit, because I enjoyed this in the discussion. We talked about this again. Was the fact that this story seems like it's a grief story, and it's got all these like seemingly different stages going throughout it, and something that we talked about for a little bit that I found really interesting. It just kind of stuck with me was the fact that we were talking about how this is a grief story, and but it doesn't seem to be it doesn't seem to order itself all that well because we were talking about the ending and how there were a few good places to end it before the book basically ended, and Sydney didn't. She said she didn't really like that. It just it made her mad. She just thought, and so that brought something up in my made me think of something. It brought something up. Maybe the author is that's his way of showing that um, since the book doesn't really seem ordered or doesn't really end orderly, that grief doesn't really end orderly. It's not really, you know, it doesn't happen how the five stages of grief, whatever they are, denial, anger, the other two, and acceptance. However they go, it doesn't end exactly in that order. It takes its own way, its own. You go through this. Everybody goes through different stages at different times, and it takes however long they are. So like Matt was really in denial for a long time, and it took him a long time to get to acceptance, and he was, it was just blocking things out for a little bit. And I can't remember the other two off the top of my head, the stages of grief for some reason, but so it was just that and that kind of stuck with me how maybe that's the reason why, or maybe I don't know, maybe it's just that grief doesn't end well. I mean, I guess that could work too. Maybe I'm overthinking it. That might be another reason why he did that. That grief doesn't tie itself off easily. It's always sticking with you. It doesn't cut out abruptly. I kind of like that. Probably overthinking it though. Anyway, yeah. Other than that, this might run a little long. Um, Actually, I really enjoyed this class talking about the other day. I thought it was, or at least more than I initially thought I would, because coming into the class, I enjoy reading, but I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy this much reading. But it turns out, even though I didn't necessarily finish all the books, don't dock my grade for that, um, I enjoyed the class a lot more than I thought I would, especially the themes of the class. So, yeah, overall, that was a pretty good semester. I think that's it. I can't think of anything for this video. All right. I guess that's it. See you later, Pranker.